as interesting as the conversations around Jasmine Crockett running for Senate have been. What I've noticed, particularly around marginalized communities, is that the grief loop that we feel or have felt for the last year has closed, slammed shut. Because a lot of us were wondering, what could we have done differently? Some of us were wondering, how could we have appealed to people to make our lives here, our identities here, as worthy of concern, as worthy of care, and as worthy of protection for the folks who either chose not to vote or the folks who voted for a candidate that wasn't going to win no way. And for some of us, we have racked our brains trying to figure out how it could have been different, And this conversation slammed that door shut. It wasn't going to be different. Folks were going to do exactly what they were going to do because they're so used to seeing our suffering. They don't care enough about their marginalized neighbor who lives here, while they capitalize off of the suffering of people who don't live here. How that's been compounded in the time since that election. That speaking out and working towards and fighting for a free Congo, Sudan, Palestine, Haiti, also has become free my neighbors, free my immigrant neighbors, free my undocumented neighbors. That the harm caused by the elimination of U.S. aid, that boats being blown up to smithereens in the Caribbean, at deporting people to countries that they've never even been to or have no lineage from, while watching protections that my grandparents fought for being rolled back. We told these folks these types of things could happen. We warned, we begged, we pleaded, we wanted our lives to matter as well. And they still were willing to set our communities on fire. And you would think after a year of all of this inhumanity, any mature, sane person would turn around and say that was not the right course of action. But this Crockett Senate race has just slammed all of that shut. There's nothing we can do to appeal to these people. They are beyond logic and reason. They are beyond it, despite the fact that almost every single thing that we said would happen and more has happened. So now it is up to us. Stop arguing with these people. Stop platforming them. Stop stitching them. Get paying attention to them just to see what other people might be saying so you can have a broader view of what's happening out there. But don't pay too much mind to these folks. They're not reliable. They are not trustworthy. They were willing to harm marginalized communities here for the sake of their own moral superiority, which can't be much right now, considering. Instead, find trusted voices. Find people who are willing to protect all of our community. Nobody has to be sacrificed. Nobody should be sacrificed. Nobody has to be left behind. Nobody has to be at the bottom of the list. We can all get free. There's room enough and resource enough for all. But what there is no more room for, and what there is no resource for, is trying to reason with these people. Set yourselves free. I'm serious. We got to move on without them. Let them go.